nobody should influence what I think of myself, what I experience other than me. Meaning, naturally, we live in a state where what other people think about me, say about me, influences whether I am okay with who I am, right? Even as children, right? So many children grow, of course, into adults that are seeking approval because they feel they never got approval from their parents. For example, a true spiritual person is somebody who knows that the only arbiter of whether I am okay or not okay is me. And of course, I would hope that the way we gauge that is how much am I growing, how much am I changing, how much am I developing my altruism, what we call our desire to share, right? Hopefully our framework is the right one. But once that is the case, the only reason I should be okay or not okay with what I am, who I am, what I'm doing, should be me. And the fact that you're my wife, right? But if somebody else or a family member is unhappy with me or has something negative to say or is even in a negative state, I have to become strong enough and practice this enough where it no longer influences me.
But I want to challenge you for a second because most people don't know what they believe. And when you don't know what your beliefs are, then your thoughts are in jeopardy because anybody can then hijack it. So what you just said is that you need to be able to know who you are and know not everybody knows that. But, right. So I think that that's the first place to start is to really ask yourself, do you know what you believe?
Sure. But I'm saying, but that's.
Well, you're saying that's a given.
Not a given. I'm saying that's work. That's very important work. And, I'm sure there are other podcasts where we spoke about that. But once we accept that, right, that I need to know what I believe, I need to know what my desire is for myself, who I want to be, who I want to become, how I want to grow, and so on.
I want my experience of life to be.
Exactly. And all that hopefully has a spiritual foundation and is the best it can be at this point in my life.
So basically, hopefully you've been hungry enough to this point to have gotten
to that. Of course. That's of course, if you don't have that, it's hard to take the next step. But once that is the case, once we come to some level, and hopefully it's evolving all the time, understanding of who I am and what I believe and what I desire and where I want my life to go, what other people think about me, what other people feel, even speak about me becomes less and less important. And ultimately, that's really who we want to be. We want to be a person who holds themselves up to the correct standards, whatever we set for ourselves, but are completely uninterested in what other people are thinking about us, feeling about us, saying to us. And that is the first step. But if you don't start there, then of course you're open to the winds of everybody else's emotions.